everybody, it's Waco Jetsu, the greatest loot split alive. So I've noticed that after the 1.0 launch, we now see a lot of players in the modded servers that are getting annoyed after a couple of months of farming. They don't really understand the end game, or if they're just new players and they really just get destroyed at the beginning before they get their first weapons and don't really understand how to play the online servers. I've created these simple tricks to kind of keep your enjoyment up, keep you in the game, keep you enjoying it. Whether you're a new player or you're supposed to be playing NASGame map. Number 1. So it should be no surprise that taking a break is often the best way to keep your enjoyment levels up in a game. And for survivalists in 2024, it's been a godsend. We have the greatest releases that we've ever had in the category. With Once Human just released, I promise, give it a try. It's free, and it's 100% the most fairly monetized game that anybody could have ever expected Netties to ever come out with. We also recently got Soul Mask, which I highly suggest. Go grab a couple friends, make a private server, crank the settings up to easy. The game was designed for 20-man groups, but the public servers are kind of like broken. Nobody really interacts with each other, and the servers just end up dying out because the game's kind of too hard. If you haven't checked out Rust PvE servers, just go to a heavily modded server, PvE servers, whatever. Just look up non-official servers and you will find some very interesting things there. Take a couple of friends with you or play it solo. It's a fun time. If you're also a loot whore like me, you need to be checking in on PoE and Last Epoch every once in a while. Those games are just amazing, filled with loot. Looting feels fun. They're in really great places, and every few months they keep on getting better and better with new expansions. Number 2, modding. Let's face it, the base game of 7 Days to Die is in kind of a rough spot. The devs really haven't added much in the last 6 years, and in fact, they've been taking away most features than they've been adding. They've slowed down progression, they've removed alternative ways of leveling, they've removed inventory size, they've reduced run walk speed, and the game each alpha just becomes grindier and grindier. But all is not lost. The modding community has absolutely been keeping this game alive and improving it. You'll find that most players are now playing online modded servers with lots of increased XP and loot modifiers. There's new zombies, new buildings, new weapons, all kinds of fun things to explore that the devs just had no part in adding to the game. Number 3, if you're more of a solo player and you don't want to play online, that's fine. Go check out 7days2die mods.com. There you're going to find Darkness Fall mods, Warzik, plenty of other mods that are going to help your experience. There's farming mods, leveling mods, base building mods. There's tons of stuff. You can customize your server to how you want it to feel. Number 4, Trader Quest. They're probably the only thing the Fun Pimps have added in that have been a pure net positive to the game in the last 10 years. Make sure that you're doing all your trader quests all the time. If you're in the city looting, you should be doing quests. It's really the only way early game to get ammo. And once you finish 10 tier 1 quests, you can go up to tier 2 quests. Sometimes you'll find that tier 2 quests or tier 3 quests, tier 4s end up being too hard for you. Not a problem. Back down. It's a really common thing to happen. Don't let it discourage you. Number 5. When doing higher tier quests, it becomes more and more important to go loot the buildings before you start the quest. Even more so once you know where the main loot is, you can often skip 90 to 95% of the zombies and the time just by placing wood frames and climbing to the roof or pickaxing to the basement. Once you get the loot, hop out, reset the PUI, then do a full clear if the quest requires it. Number 6. The easy and fastest ways to keep your base safe is often by a jump entrance. Only one zombie can jump, and they are very rare to attack your base. You want to have a jump entrance to your base almost always. That way you can cover your base in spikes, leaving zombies nowhere to have free access to your base. Number 7. If you choose to play a high pop modded server, there's normally plenty to pick from, but almost all modded servers will have a / lobby or exclamation lobby. They will often have multiple traders and teleports. Often will be replaced by main cities, and as soon as you spawn in, go to the lobby, start running quests. You will get some ammo and you get a bike as soon as you complete 10 tier 1 quests. You'll probably get some decent weapons by the time you're at tier 2s. By the time you get to level 25 or 40, you should have some decent gear, steel weapons, armor. Don't worry about crafting. Crafting will almost always be way behind what the actual loot is that you're getting. Make sure that you're trying to use melee weapons as much as possible to conserve ammo. Also, make sure that before you go to the wastelands or snow, that you've stacked up lots of ammo and decent weapons, armor. The difficulty really spikes up once you leave the pine forest. Number 8. At the beginning, you want to do the first round of personal quest. If you hit Y, you'll see you have to collect fiber, stone, wood, etc. Once you complete these quests, you'll have some primitive gear, and you'll then make yourself a stone or sledgehammer, whichever you prefer. Also collect feathers for arrows. This will allow you to clear the first few quests for the traders and hopefully get some lucky weapons. At this point, focus your points on getting 4 of 5 lucky looter, 3 of 5 pack mule, 2 of 4 parkour, and 2 of 3 run and gun. These are all going to help you. You're definitely going to notice run and gun. You're going to notice parkour. Parkour is going to be really nice. It will allow you to jump up on things, try to get up high on pillars so you can slowly whittle the numbers down after a bad pull until you can jump back down and start melee again to save ammo. Then once you get a decent gun at some point, start putting points into each of your weapon skills for the guns that you have. It'll improve its damage and reload speed and make you waste less ammo while trying to kill those nasty zombies. Make sure that you get your mining talents up before you even start thinking of making your own base. Number 9. Different modded servers have different problems at the start. Sometimes water is going to be your main issue, sometimes health, sometimes food. Oftentimes you're going to run into zombies who will just have too much health, really slow down your progression and make it hard to get ammo. Either way, I find that it's a lot more fun to start on brand new servers and learn what kind of problems I have and how to overcome them, rather than sit in my base for months wondering what to do each day, because I've already completed everything in the game, and the game's no longer a challenge once you get in full purple gear and you have weapons that can one-shot everything. For me, it just takes a lot of the excitement out of the game. Some people do enjoy playing that way, and if you like that, that's fine. I'm just here for the people that are trying to find a new way to play. Number 10. All modded servers have Discord rewards, voting rewards, some have /kits. They have a lot of things. Once you join a server, make sure you check in on that. Check their Discord, see where the online map is. Once you see the map, you can almost always find an option that will allow you to see where players have placed their land claims. This will allow you to find a good place for your first base, where it's a low pop area, where you get a city often by yourself. Then it will also allow you to find out where the player communities are, so you can have fun talking to other people. I often find it's nice to have 2 bases, one for looting off on my own, and another to hang out with other players. Help build horde bases, sell items and vending machines. Most servers will have raid bosses and other big events that are often funner with large group sizes, or sometimes it'll even require many players to complete the event. Number 11. Horde Night XP farming. It's probably one of the most important things if you're trying to get to high level quickly. Most modded servers will have an immune to damage horde base for all the players to be safe in. Make sure that every 4 hours before a horde night you are watching the invite list. The quicker you get in, the more XP you'll get. The high level players are going to be in the first or second groups made. The amount of free XP can sometimes take a level 1 all the way to level 50, depending on the carries and the server settings. It doesn't hurt to do your own invites first. Just spam invites to everybody on the server 4 hours before Horde Night. Number 12. At the start, you won't know what to sell. My suggestion is sell everything but food, water, and ammo at the beginning. The most important thing is to keep your inventory at least half empty, so that way you can continuously pick up everything, try to sell everything. If it doesn't sell and you don't need it right then, drop it on the ground. You really don't want to be trying to hoard stuff until after you've got still tools, 5 and 5 mining, and the ability to do fully upgrades from wood all the way to the cement. I normally go off around level 35 and make my own base far away from other players, which I almost always never sell anything ever again to a trader. Instead, I want to sell items to players. After this point, I put up a vending machine near a road or near a player community to sell off all my extra items. There are always new players that are looking for a cheap yellow pump shotgun. Number 13. XP farming. There are 4 main ways of XP farming. Either by questing and killing zombies that target POIs, constructing a base, mining, or spawning screamers to farm zombies endlessly. Questing is pretty straightforward. Go get the quest, kill everything, bring back quest, get the bonus XP. It's worth doing. In fact, it's great. Constructing a base and mining. It's a very good way and can easily be the fastest way of leveling. Just mine lots of stone, soil, wood, make wood frames, upgrade to cobble, then cement. Each time you upgrade from wood to cobble to cement is about worth the XP that you would get from killing a zombie, except you can do them endlessly. And if you wait until you've got yellow or better still pickaxes, maybe an auger, nail gun, or at least 4 forges, you can really just pump out the levels per hour and make massive bases. Sometimes I'll just dig a giant hole all the way to the bottom of the map and fill it back up with frames, upgrading them 1 level at a time, all the way up to the sky. Lastly, spawning screamers is really good as well. The problem is it takes a lot of extra ammo, and some servers don't allow this. They'll disable the screamer's ability to call forth additional zombies due to the lag that it causes the server. But if it works on the server, you can keep screamers alive by running around them and only killing the other zombies, and they'll just spawn endlessly for hours sometimes, or until your trigger finger hurts and then you just kill all the screamers. Screamers are attracted to heat. Depending on how many players are also generating heat, you just need to generate more heat than them. The best way of doing this is just making 10 to 20 fireplaces out in the middle of the road, put 20 minutes of wood in each of them, and screamers should spawn in just a little bit. Then just make sure you don't accidentally kill the screamer, and then enjoy the bloodbath. That's about all the information I have for the new players. I hope you guys are having a fun time. Remember, make sure to take a break from your favorite game. There's so many great games out there. Don't be a single game Andy. Those days are over. Once Human Soul Mask, don't forget them. They're great. I'm Michael Jitsu. Please like and subscribe if this was helpful, or if you just like loot sluts. See ya. Bye.